Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I am going to be showing you my skincare routine. Now, if you're watching this for the very first time, I'm a wellness blogger, motivational speaker, and author of a guided wellness journal that helps you to track your habits. Part of living a healthy life and pursuing good habits means taking the best possible care of your biggest organ, which is your skin. Okay, so before we begin, I want to start out by saying that I am by no means a professional in the skincare field. I just have found a few things very inexpensive that I've added to my daily routine to help me improve the quality of my skin and minimize breakouts. About a year ago, I had really poor quality skin. It was dry, I had breakouts and scarring all over the place, and coming up on exactly a year. This is it now, very unfiltered. I have absolutely no makeup on because I wanted to share with you exactly the routine that I do, not only what I use, but I'm going to also apply it today so you can see for yourself. Okay, so I want to begin with sleep. I sleep with this silky little cute space mask. I think I got this from Giant Eagle. It's like $10 or something like that. And it is really soft and it's silky, so I put it over my eyes to sleep, and I think it helps with puffiness. I don't know. It's very comfortable. It's very good for the skin. And I also sleep with a silky pillowcase that my Aunt Mo got me for Christmas a few years ago. I do wash my pillowcase every like 2 or 3 days, and this silky pillowcase just is really good for your hair and your skin. I've noticed a huge difference, and I think part of the reason that I had bad skin a year ago was because I wasn't washing my pillowcase all that often, maybe like every 2 weeks. My first suggestion is to wash your pillowcase and to use a silky pillowcase to sleep on and a silky face mask. I also sometimes use this gel face mask. It has little gel beads on the inside. I got it for free with a gift with purchase from the boutique Apricot Lane. I think they're pretty inexpensive on Amazon, but essentially it's got little gel beads in here, and I put it in the freezer, and then at night, you just strap it on, especially if I have a migraine or a headache, or if I've been crying or ate a lot of sugar or something that will inflame my face. I will just sleep like this. The first thing that I do when I wake up in the morning is I set the coffee pot, I drink my disgusting morning cocktail, and then I use an ice roller on my face. I use it down to up. You can either use one of these or a jade roller, which jade, the crystal has been, like, it's cold by nature, and it's been known to be really good to stimulate collagen production, decrease edema, all of those things. Quick little physical therapy fact. With patients, we typically tell them for an acute injury, which is immediately after the injury happens, 1 to 3 days, you always want to put ice on an injury because it decreases inflammation and edema, aka swelling. If you want something like movement, range of motion, flexibility, you put heat, because that brings blood flow to the area, makes you more easily able to move. Similar to if you take a hot shower in the morning, that usually helps you to just move your joints a little bit better. You put it in the freezer, and then you roll up, and you relax your face. And I'm putting pressure, but I'm not putting too much pressure. And it feels so good rolling up. I usually do my neck too, like that. My boyfriend has tendonitis right now in his forearm, so I'll go over his forearm from origin to insertion of muscle, and I'll roll like this. And that helps bring inflammation out of the area. Essentially, you could use it anywhere. And this guy came in a pack with a different attachment up here and a small one, so you can use it in the smaller crevices of your face. But I think this just feels so good. Next tip for having clear skin, drink an obnoxious amount of water. This is a 32 ounce, and I typically try to get about 4 of these a day. That helps me feel energized all throughout the day. It helps minimize cravings. It helps my skin stay hydrated. I mean, I just drink an obnoxious amount of water, which, speaking of, I try to drink one whole one of these before I actually finish my morning cup of coffee. And then I drink one before breakfast, one before lunch, one before dinner, which is, again, a ton of it. And if you're not used to it, I suggest gradually adding maybe 1 cup a day or 1 cup a week in, because if you do too much too soon, your body's gonna be all thrown off and it's not gonna know what to do. Usually they say about half of your body weight in ounces is a good place to start. I suggest drinking your full body weight in ounces if you can, but anywhere in between there is going to be awesome. Usually I wear oil and lotion during the day just to keep hydrated. And then at night, I like to wipe my makeup off. Usually I don't wear any face makeup as of lately because I'm tan. And I do get about 20 to 30 minutes of sun in every day. I do wear sunscreen, I do all of those things, but that really helps to just clear things up as usually the sun clears up breakouts. At the end of the day, I like to wash off my mascara and any face makeup that I have on. Usually when I start my skincare routine, I put my hair back in a bun and I have a little like turban headband on. I don't know if you can see it, but I get all of the little baby hairs out of my face and away from my skin. And I use the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. This is the stuff. I guess it's good quality. I don't know, again, taking my word with a grain of salt. So I usually just open it up and I use these little cotton ball circles that my Aunt Karen gets us for Christmas. And I just put a little bit on there. And I usually just make nice light swirls up. And I'm not using a lot of pressure here. And I do use this to get my mascara off, but I also like to use this on my skin, even if I'm not wearing any face makeup, because it just helps to clean the dirt off of it. Usually I'll just go up like that, like so. I do little circles, get in the little crevices. Usually I break out like next to my nose because my face wash didn't reach it or something like that, but this is really gentle on the skin. And again, I'm just using very little pressure. I view my skincare routine like a wind down routine, so it helps me just to like calm down. It's kind of my bridge from daily activities and all of that to nightly relaxation. So I'm just very intentional, very light and gentle with what I use. So now that we've washed our face off, sometimes I'll grab the ice roller and just do a little bit of that because it feels so amazing. You know what, while we're talking about it, maybe I'll just grab it and do a little bit here. Oh yeah, that feels good. Very, very therapeutic if you're just having a day and you just need like to make some buttered noodles and you need a warm blanket or a warm hug. This is your guy to go, even though this is cold. I have been using this stuff as face wash for about 5 years now, every 2-ish days or so. I don't use it every day. I used to, but then it got to be just too dry, so I use it like every other day. Clear pore. And the reason that it works is because it has benzoyl peroxide acne medication that somehow, when the dermatologist examined me, that was something that my skin needed. Put some water all over my face. And then I usually mix just a little bit of this. Oh, that went everywhere. So I use like that much. And I just sort of, sometimes I'll mix it in my face, or sometimes I'll mix it in my hands, and I just sort of emulsify it. Big words today. And I'm not using a ton. You can use this either as face wash or as a mask. It will bleach your towels, just an FYI. I feel bad. I went to my aunt and uncle's house last year, and I must have used their towel to dry my face because I went back and their towels were bleached, and I was like, sorry, that was probably me. So I usually leave this on for like 2-ish minutes or so. Sometimes I let it harden. Sometimes I just like wash it right off. Usually I'd give it a little fan. I also just got a really silky robe that I've been wearing, and it's like heaven. I got it from Kohl's, and that has been like, after I wash my face, then I put that on, and it's like time for bed, time to relax, because it feels really good. And I am like so crazy obsessed with my routines, my morning routine and my nighttime routine. So it's nice to have like physical things that make my body know that it's time to relax. Okay, so that dried pretty quick just because I don't have a lot on. So I'm going to go wash this off and then we will finish the skincare routine. Now we've washed it off, I pat dry with a towel. Now your skin should feel super soft, like a baby's bottom. And it should feel tight, like a little mini facial going on, but not for the price. So now it is nice and tight and it feels real good. And so what I will do next, and again, I do this in the morning as well, is I use this Desert Essence 100% Australian tea tree. Let's see that right there. It's a little expensive. It was like $12 for this tiny little thing. And it's got a very, very strong smell. So be careful. I will take it with, again, a little pad thing. I go boom, just put that much on, ever so gently and lightly. I'm sure there's a better technique, maybe like using the ice roller after you do the face wash, but I prefer to do that in the morning just because it feels real good. So usually, again, I'll just like rub up. And you can see how it just makes my face like glisten a little bit. And again, I am tan right now. This is not self-tanner. This is like sitting outside, getting sun. So that also helps with the coloring right now. It does turn your cheeks just a little bit red, but they go down pretty quick. And then the last thing that I'll use sometimes, lately with the oil, I haven't been using it, but sometimes I will just use plain old Cetaphil. This is like my primer for makeup, which I don't know if that's actually good or not to use, but before I put makeup on, I will put this lotion. And again, I put like this much lotion. I use super little amount and I go up and around the whole face. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my skincare routine. I can get all of these things, honestly, at Giant Eagle because I'm lazy and I go to one shop a week and that is for groceries. And you can also probably get them on Amazon. These are all like drugstore products. The last thing that I want to show you is actually not skincare related, but I had a pretty crazy hair transformation. I had really bad hair, like temperamental, hormone, mousy, super greasy in the roots hair for like the first 20 years of my life, and then I chopped it off shoulder height and I started eating really well and drinking a lot of water and being very intentional about the kind of care that I gave to my hair. I used like sulfate free shampoo and all of that, and the one thing that has changed the game for my hair is the wet brush. So I wanted to share this as well because you can get this at most drugstores, TJ Maxx, like Old Navy, random places. This is really good for the hair because it almost like detangles in a very gentle way, and it has made a huge difference in the texture of my hair. Again, just to recap, this is what I use to wash my makeup off. This is what I use to cleanse my face. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. This is the oil that I use. I also use Burt's Bees, the tea tree oil stick, which you can also get at Giant Eagle. And then Cetaphil for lotion, and I only use a tiny bit. So this is the skincare routine that works for me. Typically I have very dry skin, but I tend to break out depending on like the time of the month and all that. So this all kind of is like the best thing for it. And if you have any questions, I don't know anything else about skincare, but I will be happy to try and answer them. I'm going to refer you to a, not pharmacist. I'm going to refer you to a dermatologist, an esthetician, somebody that actually knows what they're doing. But so far, this is my fresh face because of all these products. I also don't touch my face very often, except for what I just did right there, but that has also made a big difference. So that is that. I hope you enjoy it, you guys. Make sure that you subscribe below and let me know what you think, and try it out for yourself and let me know if you do.